Students, welcome to our online classes. Today I am going to teach you physics of standard 10. Okay, our first chapter is light. So firstly we have to know some basics about light. That what is light? So light is a form of energy. In general language, in normal language, we can say that light is a form of energy. But on light, different scientists provided their different sites. For example, according to Newton, light is a particle. Light is a particle, whereas according to Huygens, light is a wave. According to Huygens, light is a wave. So, light is a form of energy which is needed to see everything around us. Okay, we detect light with our eyes. When light coming from an object enters our eyes, then we are able to see that object. It means we see any objects due to presence of light. Here, nature of light, according to Newton, that I have already told, light is a particle, but according to Huygens, light is a wave. So according to modern theory of physics called quantum theory, the modern theory of called what? Quantum theory. So according to quantum theory of physics, light is both, that is wave and particle. It means light is dual in nature. Dual means light carries two types of property. Dual stands for two. Dual means two. So light having two types of properties. First, that light is a particle, and second, that light is a wave. Okay, after that we have to know that what is object. All the bodies which emit their own light or reflected light are called objects. It means we having different type of bodies in our surroundings. Then in physics we can simply define object on the basis of emissivity of light. So the object, the particular substance which emit light or which reflect light are called objects, or all body which are used for the calculation of image are called object, because we get image of everything and that particular thing is known as object. Okay, objects are classified on the basis of two categories. First, according to emission of light, and second, according to transparency of light. Here one note that light is an electromagnetic transverse wave. What is the meaning of electromagnetic transverse wave? Electromagnetic in Hindi, electromagnetic is known as Vidyut Chumbakiya Tarang. Electromagnetic wave is called Vidyut Chumbakiya Tarang in Hindi. So light is electromagnetic transverse wave. Transverse means such type of wave. I have told you in standard 9 that there are two types of wave generally. One is longitudinal or linear wave. This is longitudinal or linear wave, and second is transverse wave. So basically light always pass in a straight line, but in nature light is a transverse wave. Okay, so light is electromagnetic transverse wave whose speed is 3 into 10 raised to power 8 meter per second in vacuum, or 3 lakh kilometer per hour in vacuum. 3 into 10 raised to 5 kilometer. Okay, so here 3 into 10 raised to power 8 meter per second, or 3 lakh kilometer per second in vacuum, and the wavelength of visible light is very small, that is about 4 into 10 raised to power minus 7 meter to 6 into 10 raised to power minus 7 meter. So this is note, you can learn it. Now according to emission of light, there are two types of object. First one is luminous objects. So then firstly, what is luminous objects? All the objects which emit their own light are called luminous object. For example, sun, star, bulb and fire, etc. These all are luminous objects. Okay, we can see any object due to presence of light. Here one note, we can see the luminous objects due to light emitted by them. We can see luminous object because they emit their own light. We know sun is a big star, sun having their own light, so sun is called luminous object. Similarly, bulb, candle, etc. are luminous object. And non-luminous objects, all the objects which do not emit their own light. Listen, this is important. All the objects which do not emit their own light but reflect or scatter the light which receive from the other sources, these are called non-luminous objects. I mean, the objects which do not have their own light but they reflect the light of others are called non-luminous objects. For example, actually moon, you know moon reflect the light of sun. So moon is the perfect natural example of non-luminous objects. But in normal language we can also say that book, tree, human being, fan, etc. are non-luminous objects because they do not have their own light but they can reflect the light of other luminous objects. And moon is natural non-luminous object. Okay, now our next note here, we can see the non-luminous objects because they reflect light received from a luminous objects into our eyes. Note, light travels a straight line. I have already told you that light always travels in a straight line, but the nature of light is transverse. It travels in a straight line, but nature of light is transverse. Okay. Now, second type, according to transparency of light, there are three types of object. You know, transparent. And the objects through which light can pass completely are called transparent objects. For example, glass, plastic, etc. Next, translucent objects. Light can pass partially. It means the objects through which light can pass partially. Partially means in a small quantity. Okay. For example, oily paper. Opaque objects, the object through which light cannot pass are called opaque objects. Example, chair, book, etc. Now, what is shadow? Firstly, we understood this by an example. Just feel this is an opaque object. Okay. You know, for showing opaque object, we always make a sectioning. This is called sectioning. Okay. With the help of sectioning, sectioning, with the help of sectioning, we can say that object is opaque. If I made a simple object, then this is transparent object. But if I provide sectioning, then this will be opaque object. So sectioning is the identification of opaque object. This is called sectioning. Okay. Sectioning is usually done on 45 degree, and the gap between two inclined line is approximately 3 mm. Okay. Now suppose this is an opaque object. Okay. And light is coming. Okay, we know this is opaque object, so light cannot pass this object and reflect back. Due to this, a dark region will be formed behind this object, and this dark region is known as shadow. This dark region is what? This dark region is known as shadow. So shadow is generally a black color dark region. Shadow is nothing. It is generally a black color dark region which is formed just behind an opaque object. Okay, in definition we can look that when an opaque object comes in the path of light, then light cannot pass it and reflected back. Hence, a dark region, region, kshetra, okay, is formed behind the object. This is called shadow. Okay, here this is diagram of shadow. So shadow is always of black color. Okay, because it is a black region, a dark region behind an opaque object, and it is necessary. Shadow will not form in the front of or in the back of transparent object. Okay, because if you put a transparent object, then light can pass completely. So here formation of shadow is not possible. Shadow will only form when the object will be opaque or only opaque. Sorry. Yeah. Now next topic is image. So it is an optical appearance produced when light rays coming from an object are reflected from a mirror or reflecting through a lens. So image is a two copy presentation of an object. Okay, for example, if here a boy, then it's two copy presentation. Its copy presentation is called image. Image can only be formed with the help of mirror or lens or any clean reflecting surface. Okay, so now here basic difference between shadow and image. Shadow, it does not give any information about the object. Of course, for example, assume this is a tree. Okay, and a shadow is formed here. So with the help of shadow, we cannot determine that how many branches in the tree, because different branches cannot form shadow due to different type of availability of lights. Okay, but our image give a clear direction about the object. If we look in mirror, then we can simply identify that we have 2 ears, we have one mouth, etc. But in shadow it is not possible. Okay, shadow is always of black color, but image is the color of object. Okay, it depends on the color of object. Okay, now reflection of light. That what is reflection? Now listen, if we put an opaque object in the path of light, then light will reverse back in the same direction. This is called a reflection of light. It means the process of bouncing back of light in the same direction after a strike from hard and opaque object is called reflection of light. Look here, this is the opaque object. Okay, this is incident ray. Okay, it means coming ray, a strike, and this is reflected ray. So this is called reflection. Here angle I is called incidence angle and angle R is called reflected angle, and this is normal line. Okay. Now laws of reflection, we know there are two laws of reflection. First, incident ray, reflected ray and normal all lie in the same plane. Look here, incident ray, reflected ray and normal all are lies in the same plane. Okay, this is first law. And second law, angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection. It means if angle of incidence will be 30 degree, then angle of reflection will be also 30 degree. So there are two laws of reflection. First, incident ray, reflected ray and normal ray all lie in the same plane. Second, angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection. Okay. Now here, reflection of light, it is very important that reflection of light only takes place through opaque objects. Through opaque objects. If object will be transparent, then light can pass completely. So here bouncing back is not possible. So we can say in the case of reflection, the presence of opaque object is very necessary, because with transparent object the phenomena of reflection cannot take place. Why? Because light can pass completely, so the chances of bouncing back is zero. So reflection cannot take place for transparent objects. Okay, it only takes place through opaque objects. Okay, opaque objects, this is called sectioning. I am saying again. Okay, it is very important to find the difference between opaque and transparent object. Okay, so this is a basic concept and I hope you have understood. If you have any doubt, then you can comment. I can solve your problem. Okay, thank you.